Hello darlings, welcome to Tammy and Tiaras. How are you all? We'll have a chat about that in a moment. I live in country Ballarat, if you haven't been here before, with my husband and our little dog Lucy. I've got 4 adult grown children with families of their own, and I'm a grandmother to 5. I live a very slow life, and I just like to share my week with you, what I've been doing, my current knitting and crochet projects, because I love to do handwork. As most of you would probably know by now, my regular viewers would. Lucy's not very good today. Is that I wear tiaras to shine a prettier light onto mental health issues, because I've got mental health issues. I think most of the population do, and I think that mental health is something that gets swept under the radar, and it's something that people do not like to talk about. So I'm trying to share some awareness that people with mental health issues still try to live a normal life as possible and try to keep, contributing to society and everything, just the same as everybody else does. So this week I've been working on Philip's blanket, which is a crocheted shell pattern blanket, and I'm knitting it in 4-ply Bendigo wool, crocheting it in 4-ply Bendigo wool, and I'm very happy with that. I'm also working on a beanie for myself for going to the park with this one, because we'll be getting into the really cold weather soon, and I want to have that ready. I'm knitting that in mohair, so that's lovely. And I'm also working on, what was the other thing? I was working on socks, but I didn't have any luck with them at all. And then being diabetic, I thought I'd have to probably be very careful that they weren't too tight. So I put them down, and I have to rethink that pattern through, don't I? This week's been another lovely week. Autumn's just the best time, isn't it? I've got my beautiful emerald tiara on today. I thought it matches the autumnness a little bit. The leaves are falling off my beautiful grapevine there, my artificial grapevine, and it's just so pretty here at the moment. So have you made yourself a cup of tea or coffee or whatever you like to drink? I've made myself a cup of tea, because it's nice to sit and have a cuppa with a friend, isn't it? That's what I think anyway. So, well, I've been busy this week. I've had so many little projects I wanted to finish. I'll just have a sip of tea. I hope you made yourself a cuppa or a drink of water or orange juice, whatever you want. Just have something and sit down and have a bit of time for you and spend some time with me. So, like I say, I've been working on many projects this week. So many. I'll just pop that there. First thing that I had to get done was, remember my bunny? My beautiful bunnies I brought? And one didn't have an ear. There they are, brand new. I'm going to give them as gifts for next year to 3 lovely ladies that I really, really love. They deliver our eggs every week, and I'm going to give them to them as gifts. So they'll be in the present drawer. But look at them, aren't they the cutest? Well, we fixed this one's ears up as best as we could, and I put a little bit of blusher on his inner ear to give a little bit of pink. Isn't he sweet? And then with this one, who was a very, very sick little bunny, she didn't have an ear at all. Well, I knitted her another ear, and it's all made out of fluffy wool. It's a little bit shorter than her other ear, but it doesn't matter, because we can all be different, and that's what I was trying to point out with her. No matter what your flaws are, you're still beautiful. We've put a little bow on here for her, but in retrospect, I possibly will change it to a blue bow, because I know that blue's their favourite colour. Isn't that beautiful? I kind of like that colour though. I think it looks good on him. Her, good on her. So I've got my 2 rabbits done. Hello Lucy, come up here sweetheart. Mummy will move a cup of tea. Come on, darling, up you come. You can hop up there. Do you want me to pick you up? Come here. Come on, up you come. Come on, you can do it. You can't do it. Come up, come on. Good girl. Up you come. Good girl. Good girl, Lucy. Are you ready to say hello to all our beautiful people? Oh, come on. She's had a very upsetting morning. We've had our neighbour walk past with his great big caboodle called Teddy, and he is just like a teddy bear. He's beautiful, but he is so big. He's actually pulled him over and he's got bruises on his face. That's a warning. As we get older, we can't have the great big dogs anymore. They're too strong for us. He's realised that, but he does love his Teddy. He's trying to train him. Well, Lucy doesn't like Teddy. You know what Lucy's like with Moo and Rufus. So she's on constant alert for when Teddy walks past. So I've talked to Colin this morning. I've apologised to Colin for Lucy's behaviour, but he's quite forgiving because she's in her own yard. And what can I do? She's the best watchdog I've ever had. So, I love you, Lucy. You sit down here next to Mummy. Now, another project I've been working on is for myself. And Helen Mousey makes podcasts. She has project bags, and I love her project bags, and I think it's a great idea. And she's the one that's actually got me out of the one project, finish a project and what have you. I've got 3 on the go at the moment. I'm so proud of myself. So I'm knitting myself a hat, a beanie hat, just in a very easy knit pearl pattern. It's just this, super easy. I've cut the pattern down so it fits in my bag, and I'm using wool that I had, and it's the mohair wool that I've got. And this is a Peyton's mohair that I think I picked it up from the op shop. Very cheap, but it's so soft. It's absolutely beautiful. I can tell you what it is because I have it in my handwork book. Look at the cute book I brought for my handwork. Yes, it's a Peyton's souffle. So beautiful. Very, very soft. And I didn't worry about what weight it was. I think it's an 8-ply, and I'm just knitting it on the needles that will work for the tension. I think it's coming up very well, and as the weather gets colder, I know I'll need that. It's super warm. I love knitting hats. Something about beanies. I just love them. They're so simple to do. So that's one project done, current. I also had a problem with a beautiful, beautiful bear that I got. Many years ago. He's a heat pack bear, and he's called Bobby Bear, and this is she, and she's super cute and she's super soft, and I take her to bed with me every night and warm her up in the microwave. The only problem is she developed a smell. Over the years she was stinking. I think I had her for about 6 years, so it's a bit of a story with this one, but I won't worry about that. But anyway, so what I did was I took her insides out. Now she is so good. She's got a zip in the back, and her inside lining is actually the same shape as her. So it goes right down the legs, 2 little arms, and her tummy. And her head's the only thing not filled with anything. So I had a wheat pack there, and I thought, I'm just going to use the wheat pack that I've got, because I prefer Bobby. And I just cut the top off, threw out the old wheat, washed her really well in wool mix in the machine, and washed her lining in the machine, let her air dry, all of that, and then I filled her up with fresh wheat. She's perfect, absolutely perfect. I'm so happy with her. And of course, you know, she just smells beautiful. She doesn't smell like, it was lavender in her, but the lavender smell had turned into a stink, and I wasn't liking it. And the worst thing was that Bert complained, "You're not taking that stinky thing to bed again, are you?" So she's really good now. She's had like a facelift, haven't you, Bobby? So she's really good. So I got her done. So that's the rabbits and her. And she can sit here next to Lucy, who's not a big fan of wheat packs. I think she can smell them. Now, my other project I'm working on. Come here, bunnies, out you come. Bunny 1 and bunny 2 is, of course, Phillips blanket, which, as you know, has been an ongoing project for a while now. I don't have the hook in it, but it's getting there. The size is getting there. It's got to get to 40 centimetres all the way around, so I know it's big enough for him to wrap the baby in. And I'm very happy with it. I've got all these little markers on it because, as with any handwork you do, you make mistakes along the way. And I have to go back and fix some of these mistakes. They're very easy to fix. I'm knitting it in 4-ply Bendigo wool. It's beautiful. It's super soft, and it will wash well. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. Now, the 2 red ones was where I was last time I chatted to you. So I've done a little bit in the week because it's going all the way around. It takes longer to go around now than it used to. So it is what it is. Yes, so that's what I've been working on. Then I've got another project that I've just started. I think I've told you before. Oh, this blanket's so warm. Rather like it. Very warm. I'll pop it down there though. I told you that I watch a lady called Mousie Makes podcasts, and she's doing a Mousie Makes make-along, and she's asked everybody if they'd like to knit or crochet or applique or sew a mouse, draw a mouse, make a mouse out of clay, do whatever before June the 30th is the cut-off date, and she wants you to share them on her page on Instagram. Well, I thought it was a great idea, so go online, had a look, found a pattern on Pinterest of a little mouse. I think I'll pop a photo in about here for you to look at. Cute, isn't it? So I've just started it. So I'll work along at that and see how it turns out. But yeah, so that's my third project that I'm working on. I've spent a lot of time in the garden with Lucy. So join me in the garden with Lucy for a while I tried to knit and I tried to read, but I really didn't get much of that done. We just had a lovely time playing with the ball, really. And beautiful day. Sorry for the helicopter. Oh, it's a police one too. At least it's not the ambulance. Anyway, join me in the garden, darling. That's not the one you want. Well, which one do you want, Lucy? Can you hear that doggy barking too, Lucy? I can hear it. Did you want to play with Daniel? Mummy throw it? No. Do you want to come and lay down? You're a bit nervous out here, aren't you? She definitely keeps me on my toes, doesn't she? She just doesn't stop. She's like that even of a night. So anyway, darlings, I'll sign off here. I do hope you've had a lovely week. Write in the comments, let me know what you've been up to, what you're working on. And I'd love to know where you are in the world. I think it's beautiful to see all my people from all over the world. I also love it when you leave me a comment. You know I do. So I love to get back to you as soon as I can see it, and I pop right back an answer. So sending you lots and lots of love from beautiful Ballarat. God bless, as always. Bye, darlings.